Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Entropy, and this is my Emporium, a line I've been playtesting a little bit last night. Um, this is the Weirdwilds War, our 5e homebrew campaign. Not to be mistaken for Fall of the Ashen Throne, but I will talk about that at the end. Before I give my players a chance to go around and introduce themselves, I'd like to go through a bit of administrative work. The first and most important being that we are, as always, raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Given the current generalized shit show that seems to be everything right now more than ever, we are driving forward with that charity drive that is ongoing forever until we decide to change it. At this point, I'm getting more and more tempted to add more and more Tiltify links to the list, just so you can give to a cause that speaks to you if you feel like it. But that one is the most important one. Uh, we are not free until we're all free, and we will scream it at the top of our lungs forever. Uh, Less important, and following that link in chat is the Discord link if you like feral nerd stuff. We have all sorts of that over in the Discord. All of the cast members are very welcoming, very feral for their things, especially the T-Cub cast, because uh, I'll talk about that more at the end as well. But let me give my players a chance to go around, tell us who they are and who they are playing tonight. We are going to start, as always, with Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kay Purcell, she, they pronouns. I'm playing Brandon, who's a T-Fork Ranger, he, him, and he's got Raldra Khan, who's a little shoulder dragon, who right now looks like a little, I think you said Calico? Was he Calico or was he... What did Fern disguise him as?
I think so. I definitely wrote it down. I think
He
was
looks
Calico.
like a very cute little shoulder cat, but he's kind of got the little green wings sticking out. Don't think anyone will notice. Certainly not a magical college. It's not a thing that'll happen.
All right, thank you, Kay. And on from Kay to Mika.
Hey, hi, hello, howdy. I am Mika, and today, for your viewing pleasure, I am playing Lemon Sour, who is a warforged who is currently learning about things like friendship and gender identity. Their pronouns are now they, them, instead of its.
We love to hear it. We're going to go from Mika down and around to Gina.
Hey, I'm Gina. I'm playing Virina Spar, an Eladrin fighter who is bonding with her very large warhorse. She, her, that's the most important thing that's happening.
No one else, just her warhorse.
Just the horse.
Just the horse. Last but not least, that'll bring us to B.
Hello, hello. My name is B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them, and I am joining y'all playing the delightful Fern Herringon Artificer, also student, almost graduated at Caldera Brass, and we're going back. Oh, it's gonna be great. Everybody's wearing uniforms. Fern's pronouns, she, they. And I have so many notes, y'all. It's been a long time since I've been in a campaign, and it's just really impressive. It feels cool to scroll back. I do just want to highlight a couple of things. Lemon Sour - Cannon Arm? Did that ever become a reality?
It did not.
I know.
About that.
Same. And I wrote it down to remind us. So, just putting that out
All
there.
right, so that's gonna happen.
There's still time.
At some point, yeah.
There is
Writing that down
still
right now.
time. Lemon getting a cannon arm would be very cool, and it's lucky you guys have a Maker Mage in the party. Well, almost an official Maker Mage.
Basically.
Last
It's going to be
we
official
left-
after we're done with it.
Last we left our wonderful little criminals. They were sequestered on a ship, getting ready to leave the capital of Tainem behind, and leave behind the ongoing manhunt that the Scarlet Battalion had been set out to do by the Archmage. for the crime of killing old King Cantor and stealing a weapon of the Empire. You guys have been very generously offered this ship. In exchange, you will be stealing the Simulacrum spell from the archives of the Archdean of Caldera Brass. And Ferd, you would know this, but I did, for posterity, include a list of the head staff members of Caldera Brass in the Library Arcanum, where I've been taking most of my notes. The Archdean Icarpix, a very wily old man who is most often seen administering final exams in the public eye, otherwise locked away in the very top of Caldera Brass, as the school doubles as his wizard tower. But we'll be getting to that soon enough. You guys are aboard a very modest ship. There are no flags or companies assigned to the ship to be seen. There's not a skull and crossbones either. It seems to be just a plain sailing ship, although as you have boarded and been made at home here aboard this galley, you've seen that the inside is much more well constructed. There are iron bracings going up and down the walls as you ascend or descend into various decks, and the members of this crew are, upon closer inspection, much tougher than you would have initially thought. The captain, a very broad, coy Triton, stands, of course, atop by the wheel, red tri-tipped hat with big white feather coming out of it, gold trimmings upon that, and then a big maroon cloak adorns them. No undershirt, but similarly maroon and gold trimmed pants and pirate boots, of course. You guys have been asked to simply stay out of the way. That is the extent of the obligation that you fulfill on this ship, though, Lemon, I will note, there are probably a couple moments during the early, during your early arrival where people are attempting to hand you boxes and other such things as, well, you're a robot, and as far as they know, robots are helpers.
Lemon probably helps. Without questioning it.
Without question, of course.
Yeah.
But you are dressed significantly different, right, than like any other.
Oh yes, I take it back.
that's
You have your
true.
disguise
Okay.
self active. You are just a broad-shouldered student to them.
Yeah, I look like the Japanese schoolgirl Yankee.
Oh,
with
right,
the long
right.
skirt. Yeah.
That was amazing. Is everybody else dressed up still? I mean, obviously Fern is. They never took off their uniform.
I guess it depends on how long it takes to get there.
It will be a couple days' journey.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not-
that she's in a. Varian is in a random outfit.
What about Brandon?
Yeah, like I think yeah, Brandon would have asked like, do we need to, or can I like be like me, or do we need?
Oh, we're not like lying to the crew, ship people. So you could like wear whatever you're comfortable in. I'm just comfortable in my outfit, and like I could take
Eh,
Lemon's disguise self off whenever it asks and whenever they want.
Yeah, like I like by, you know, and like it was a magical spell, right? It wasn't. It was like it was or were they actual clothes? I don't
We had
remember.
actual clothing as well.
Was it
I think it
actual?
was-
You guys got tailored for these outfits.
That's right.
Corollary Cartwright let you cash in one of their.
That's
favors.
right. Yeah, like I kind of like my jerkin like feels, you know, it feels like home, and I'm really far from home, you know.
Well, that makes sense.
The last time I was wearing that on a boat, no, maybe I'm gonna stay in the uniform. Maybe I takes the jacket off, so you see like the ripped sleeves. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that almost looks like ballerinas. Oh, it's good. It's fine. Nothing. Wow. So a boat.
Yeah.
Everybody else been? I've been on a lot of boats. I mean, like, this is my third boat ever, but that's a lot.
That is a lot. I've just been on the one. Not this one, so this is my second one. But then when I got to the main continent, when I met Brandon, that was also a boat ride.
That's true. Although a very different boat, I will say, because the boats that go from Mountain Home to the main continent are manned by living spells.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hmm.
It was a much different experience than this. I was only vaguely sentient. So it's easier to transport us where I enjoy this uniform.
Okay.
Clothing is interesting.
Isn't it? There's so many options and different patterns and textures and styles. Oh, I mean, I could talk about this for a while, but I feel like we might be in the way. There's a lot of people kind of walking through us.
No, it's fine.
Last boat I was on sank.
I wondered when you were gonna say that. I was gonna ask if maybe Virena wanted to determine the length of time it would take before you admitted that again, but you said it too quickly.
Irina is lying down. She's never been on a boat before.
Oh,
One of the
she's too
Whoa.
one of the deckhands will sort of stand over you, Virena, and go, "Would you, pardon, you're just in the middle of the deck. Would you like to be escorted to the cabin we've been told to assign to you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Also, if you would like some
Whoa.
food or water."
Water would be great.
Okay. We also have, and this might, I don't presume to understand your feelings on the natural magics, but our cook might also be able to whip up a sort of remedy for your seasickness.
Anything that would help.
Could I meet
Yeah.
this cook?
She's like as green as I am.
Whoa.
Based on your reaction, I'm gonna guess that's not her natural color.
Actually, I don't know what color I am right now.
What's the season? What's the
Winter form, wasn't it?
Yes,
winter, you were
I'm
blue.
currently blue.
vibe?
This woman, tall, scraggly red hair and more freckles than you've ever seen on anyone, bends down and sort of just scoops you up, Irina.
Oh, too fast.
Apologies. My name is Amelia. If you'd like to go see the cook, you're gonna go down 2 flights of stairs, down the hall, 3rd door on your left should lead to the entire kitchen. Cabins will be down 1 stair, your cabin is 5th door on the right.
Got it. Okay, bye. Fern takes off. As soon as they heard like magic imbued in the food, that is so cool. So cool. And very adjacent to like what they're into.
Whoa.
So
And Amelia, first mate Amelia, for the record, carries you, Virena, down to the cabin, sort of just kind of gently kicks the door open and lays you down. I'm going to go convene with the cook and bring you your food and your remedy and water. Is there anything else I can
Thanks.
get for you?
No,
All right.
thanks.
She will depart. Brandon and Lemon Sour, what are you guys doing? Are you following? Are you hanging out on deck?
Brandon is very much going to be out of the way, but also talking to the navigator.
Outstanding.
Yeah, chances are Lemon's there too.
Yeah, Lemon's definitely invited because Brandon's like, okay, so like I think I figured out the stars here are different, right? And so I've got the star chart, and like the star charts like aren't that useful if you don't know like, because like the stars move, you know, like with the seasons, and like you got to find ones that don't move, or at least you know how they move, and like star charts kind of tell you that, but it's easier if a person tells you. It's just talking,
And
and is very much in the way.
You guys sort of stand up on the upper deck from the main deck, where the navigator sits at the table behind the steer, behind the wheel. It is a very tall, insect-like person. They have two very sharp mandibles that come to a point, and these big eyes. Their shell extraordinarily shiny as the seawater splashes off of it. And they are using tools, Brandon, that you could never have dreamed up to use. They have a sextant, they have a protractor for their maps, and they have a small copper rod that appears to have mirrors and such in it. It's a telescope that they bring up to one of their eye facets and just sort of gazes above the sky. What you do note is that the sky is currently a bit clouded. It seems that this telescope in some way, shape, or form allows them to see the stars regardless of the weather.
Whoa. Yeah, Brandon's gonna like kind of wait for him to finish doing the peering, and then like, hi.
They pause, look up to you. There begins a sort of clicking sound from their mouth as their mandibles sort of vibrate. Then they pause and their hands come up, jarringly humanoid as they are, and they begin to sign at you. They say, "Hello, my name is Ichabod. I am the navigator. Can I help you with anything? Are you lost?"
Well, yes, but that's hi. My name is Brandon, but you can call me Brandon. This is Lemon Sour. So
Hello.
like this incredibly deep voice out of this.
Oh, that's right.
I love it.
I'm disguised.
I love it. I love
What,
it.
can we ever decide like what exactly lemon sour looks like?
I think you did picture it. Like you've got like the schoolgirl-esque uniform, but I don't remember what like your.
Weren't you a Fearbulk?
Yes, Fearbold.
yeah.
Yes, with
Because it
with
has
horns.
to be relative
kept
to your
my-
current size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kept my Warforged lemon sour horns. Yeah. So Fearbold with horns. There we go.
Which makes
Hello.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
This is my cat, Roald. So like I was a navigator back home, but like all the stars here are different, and like your tools are like really cool, and I like want to learn. I've got a star chart, but like I was thinking maybe like I don't want to be in the way, but like if you could like teach me, or I could just watch, or you could tell me to leave.
They pause for a moment. Their eyes kind of. You can't tell if they have a specific one, like, facet they look with, but they do sort of roll as they consider. They roll for a moment back and forth before they sign back to you. You are welcome to watch. I don't know how much use I can be to you. I'm not traditionally educated, so it wouldn't be a proper education.
That's cool. I mean, I taught myself. Also, like, not just because you're helping, but like you were really cool. Like you were so like all of this is so cool.
Thanks.
Brandon, just that's all.
You're welcome to watch, and your friend is as well if they would like to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, could I? You said you had a book of star charts.
Yeah, and we'll pull out the star chart. Like I have another one from back home, but it's like it doesn't work here. Like none of the stars match up. But like yeah, I've got this one.
They take it, they look at it. Just as a reminder for the class, this isn't just a book of star charts. This is a book of stars and their prophecies. So they do grab it and flip through it. They go, "Oh, interesting. This is. You understand this book is magical in nature, correct? Like this isn't.
Oh, it is?
Yes, this is. They use it at Caldera Brass. It's a divination book.
Oh.
It's about taking the
Oh.
stars and reading them and divining from them prophecy.
Oh. So it's like not useful then.
It's useful, sort of. If you hold on, he reaches under the desk and he pulls out a barrel with rolled up parchment in it, and he pulls out like 3 different parchments, and offers the book back, and then offers you the 3 rolled up parchments, and then signs. These are accurate star charts for the time of year that it is. I have my own copies that I use. You're welcome to take these and look at them if you'd like to.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. They do this motion. You're not sure if it means sure or you're welcome.
Like is like thanks, and then like yeah, I'm not gonna copy. Like I don't want to. So Lemon and I will just thank you. And like Brandon will almost like so excited, kind of almost physically hauls Lemon over to a place nearby where they can sit. And it's like, okay, so now we're gonna look at some stars. It just rolls out the first parchment.
Outstanding.
Okay.
We're going to move down 2 levels to Fern, and you arrive at the 3rd door on the left. You push through, and it is bigger than you anticipated, especially because a few feet the next direction there's another door. But in this room, you don't see that there's another door where that door should be. This is a big kitchen. There are counters lining about 3/4 of the room, a big broiling cauldron in the middle, and then like 4 different gas and wood stoves lining different parts of the kitchen. There is a back section, which appears to be a cordoned off area where you can see there are ice crystals growing on hanging chunks of meat. Despite it being completely open air, there does not seem to be any temperature loss. And inside there is a half giant cook butchering what appears to be an entire cow and hucking it into the pot before they look up at he looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting company."
This place is so cool. What? Do you really have food that can heal? Like, it's not just something nutritious. Like, it actually has. My name is Fern. I'm a student at Caldera Brass. I'm just like really excited to learn about ways. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, no. So I'm not sure that your school actually teaches. Our healing remedies are by natural magic. I'm a member of a coven. I hail from Evermora, etc., etc. I started rolling with this crew not too long ago, but this is our seasickness remedy is one that I learned prior to joining. I assume, are you seasick? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, my party friend, Ally, she's sick. She's not feeling great. She was laying prone. I think that means not well.
No, yes. We get those every once in a while. She'll adjust, but in the meantime, you see he sort of kicks away the rolling island that the cow is on, and it sort of slides into the refrigerated area before he grabs a handle on the ground and pulls up a spice rack and grabs a few herbs off of it, hucks them into the pot, and then goes to a planter towards the back, next to the refrigerated area, not quite in, and pulls up a root that you've never seen before, cracks it, and this blue luminescent goop flows into the cauldron from the inside of this plant before he takes the big ladle, stirs it a couple times, and then spoons this almost bright cyan mixture into a glass bottle, corks it, and offers it to you.
Thank you.
She
What
needs to
is-
drink the whole thing.
Okay.
It's going to suck. Like, bad.
Cool.
However, if she does not drink the whole thing, her seasickness is only going to get worse.
Okay, that's amazing. When I come back, will you tell me more about that route and more about this layout? And like, can you maybe list to me every single spice that you have in that rack and all of the uses and like?
I would be more than happy to share that information with you. In fact, he moves to the spice rack again, and he pushes some of the spices out of the way and gets this small leather-bound tome out. You could just take this and copy what you want out of it. It's a list of herbs and spices that I've gathered.
Wow, you're very worldly. How can I repay you? I think I have some gold. Is
No,
that...
no. Money means nothing to us. I'll tell you what. We're bringing you to Caldera, and I believe we're supposed to bring you back. If you could get
Please.
something, any magical plant that you guys keep that I couldn't find in the natural world, anything that is a brass exclusive, I would appreciate.
Yeah. If you have an idea of what some of those might be, I don't. Let me look at some of the schools. Who would necessarily interact with?
If you'd like to give me an Arcana check, we'll say, or a History check.
Samesies for those. So 16.
16. You would probably be looking at Antikari Endelbard, the head of the other mages.
I wondered. Okay.
Transmutation and various other schools of magic along that line.
Okay. Yeah. I have an idea of some of those, like maybe some of the things that you could be interested in. But if you could supply a list of like some specifics, that would be amazing.
I'll see what I can put together.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry. What did you say your name was?
My name? You could call me Cecil.
Excellent. Wonderful to meet you, Cecil. And then, yeah, Fern will skip away or hop away with that vial for Virena.
All right. We arrive back up at Virena. Fern, you bring in the blue liquid.
For you, you have to drink it in like one go. If you don't, you're gonna end up like 10 times more sick.
Ugh. Did you bring me any water?
You could have gotten some water as well.
Oh, there's some right here. It's like half drink, but I'm sure that's fine. I had a sip of it.
I'm just imagining. Just like, drink- oh wait,
That was a long walk.
okay. Ugh. Fairy's gonna try to sit up. Oh god.
Do you want some help?
Oh good, don't touch me.
Okay.
She's gonna try to drink this vial. There's like nothing else to do.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
I was expecting this. Do I trust my physical dice here?
Do you?
Alright.
No, but we don't trust your digital dice either.
Alright, so I have a +5 to con saves, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
We believe. We believe.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. All right. Not bad.
20's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
You managed to. This liquid is vile. It is.
Ugh.
It is not good. It is viscous and it sucks. Flavor wise, texture wise, the worst thing you've ever had. I would wager. You do get it down in one go, and almost immediately your nausea does fade. But it's not good.
Ugh. The headache is now from how bad it tastes.
Fern, watching you without blanking, like just. So how do you feel?
It still tastes at the back of my throat. I don't know what it tastes like. It's very bad.
And what would you compare the texture to?
Bad.
Bad. Okay, let me get back down. Bad. All right. I found the kitchen. Maybe I can find you like a food that tastes like good.
I don't think I want to eat. Like, have you ever had anything bad and then you taste something else that just tastes like different bad?
Yeah. You gotta cleanse the palate.
Okay. I do
Maybe
feel
some
better.
Seawater?
What? I don't like.
Don't drink it. Like rinse with the seawater.
Boats suck. This is terrible. This is awful.
I'm having a great time.
Okay, let's go. Where's everybody else?
Let's go find them.
We go off to look for her. Whatever
Yeah,
these
you guys return to
Chuckle
the upper deck
upper
where Brandon and Lemon are,
affectionate.
I assume, sitting sort of in the way, looking at star
No,
charts.
I think Lemon Sour has done their best to make sure they're not completely in the way.
Brandon is
And
like
has
very
resisted the
focused
urge.
on.
I was gonna be really stupid and saying resisting the urge to do the "I'm on top of the world" thing.
Yeah, Brandon's just like really focused on like cramming as much information in their head as they can, which means they're just talking a lot because that's just how they process. And so, like, I mean, Lemon's learning a lot about star charts and navigation, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that oh god, Ichabod is like hearing things and correcting as he goes.
Anytime Ichabod needs to get your attention, they will just chitter as loud as they can above the the ocean sound, and then sign at you the correct response. If you'd like to, go ahead and make me just a raw intelligence check.
Ugh, intelligence. That's not good. That's a 12. That's better than it could have been.
Well,
Considering I've got a
that's not
plus
too bad.
0.
You've still got a couple days with this equipment if you would
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
studying. But at the moment,
Hey,
you feel
can
you
I
are
roll
starting.
too? Since
If
I'm
you'd
right
like to,
there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you can actually teach Brandon because they've just absorbed all their
No.
knowledge.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope, that's a 5.
Brandon's not a good
above
teacher.
your programming.
Well, Brandon's just not a good teacher.
You're giving
like
confusing
Hokusai dice.
information, you know?
Well, it's like Brandon is not clearly differentiating between like what worked at home versus what's here and like telling stories and explaining things in ways that are not logical because they're a wisdom character, not an intelligence character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love
It's like
that.
when Mr. Jerk Mage went into their brain and was like, what's all these roots and like vines and this isn't math?
But it makes so much sense to Brandon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you feed fungi, they will feed microbes. They will form like subway systems of London.
Yes.
Right? Don't know how. It just happens.
So yeah, I guess the two of us kind of come up on you. What time of day are we, give or take?
It is the late evening. You guys left at night to sort of have that extra cover.
Right. Oh wow, is that Brandon? Do you have new reading materials?
Like holds up the scrolls. I got star charts. Also, the book that I got that I thought was star charts, it's like star magic.
You know, I remember that makes. We had. My state of mind was not 100% when we were looking at those books. And I remember thinking that, and I don't think I ever said that out loud. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like divination.
Huh.
But do you have the book still?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Pulls it out.
Speaking of books, I also have a new book. We're such nerds. And Fern pulls out the leather-bound like book of recipes. It's probably covered in food stains. The pages are a little rumpled, like very like a well-used recipe book. Do we think, JT?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's very, very well loved. There are on each like profile page, because this is herbs and spices and plants. There are clippings pressed into the pages
Oh, that's so cool.
for
Oh my
each
God.
different
Brandon's-
thing.
Brandon's eyes light up.
Herbs,
Whoa!
spices,
I haven't seen
information.
one of those. It just like yanks it, like not trying to be rude, just like so excited, like whoa! I've never seen one. Okay, so I've read about this one. Okay, so this one, I know how it tastes like lemon. Like lemon, it tastes like you. And it's just
Well, lemon, here, try this. And they'll take a little piece and like
Oh.
put it at your face. Oh.
I think to be less suspicious, lemon, delicious.
I don't know. Did anybody ever watch Adventure Time?
Yeah.
No. Yes, thank you. Bimo, the little robot.
Yeah.
He always really wants to pretend to eat, and he'll just smash, like, throw food at their
Yeah.
face. Just
Yeah,
like smash
that's-
a couple of things on, be like, yum.
Yeah. That's delicious.
Right. I'm so sorry. But lemon is
Oh wait,
very
okay.
good flavor.
To be fair, I have stated in the past, lemon can open their mouth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he just puts it inside.
So
Delicious.
hold that in there for later.
Yeah. You just see it floating around with oh, I guess you can't see.
The tree.
They're
Oh,
all
not
right
in the
now,
disguise
but-
now.
Yeah. Brandon's gonna like quickly flip through. Does he have good berries in here?
You know what? I'm gonna make a roll. One second, sorry. Just having
No
ideas
worries.
at the moment.
Oh, that either bodes well or very, very bad.
Right.
You see, there's no good berry like the plant like you're familiar with, but there is a small ritual spell in there that mentions using mistletoe to create good berries.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if you'd like my strain.
Hey, no. Character comeback.
This is really cool. Where'd you get this?
This is
Hey, you're less green.
some cook. It worked.
Yeah, it tastes awful.
And the texture was noted as bad.
Very bad. What? Quick
Is
question.
bad a
What-
texture?
It's yes. It's very
Huh.
much texture. By the way, I am going to hold on to the vial if nobody's gonna ask me for it. I'm gonna hold on to it until somebody asks me for it. If nobody asks for it, I'm keeping it.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that above
you're
table.
good.
I have pocketed this thing.
Highway woman.
Absolutely.
If you want your shit
Mostly
back,
'cause
you gotta ask
Fern's
me for it.
Mine.
Could I? I know that Cartwright is around here somewhere.
is.
Thought about him. He's going to appear.
I'm not going to think about him.
It sounds like you're thinking about him.
Hold on.
Here's the thinking.
I am.
Cartwright.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this because I don't want him to
Okay.
get mad at me if this goes badly. I am going to try to conspicuously think about ringmasters and see if anything happens. while I'm here in the
Yes.
open deck with like several people looking at me.
Limit testing. I like it.
Thinking about Ringmaster. Nothing.
You know,
does
Brandon is
happen.
copying down the ritual spell.
I don't know if that does anything, but that is
Nothing does happen if you think about Ringmaster.
okay.
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 I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what did I or did we acquire the Book of Signum?
I believe that book was left with the shopkeep because it was
Okay.
it was part of his enchanting device.
Okay. Did I learn any of it? I just want to communicate on the same level as the navigator.
So the navigator is not doing magic. The navigator is just using sign language. That is something that is available to all of you.
Okay.
Officially, it's technically a separate language, but since they're signing common, we're just gonna blanket. You all know.
Okay, I
Common
see.
sign.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Inclusivity.
Inclusivity.
Oh yeah, like, do you need an introduction? Because Ichabod's really cool.
Yes, I would be honored.
Hey, Mr. Ichabod, I don't want to, like, bother you anymore, but these are my other companions. This is Fern, and this is... There's, like, a pause as the little spinny Windows wheel starts going of, like, wait, which name? Who do I...
She's not helping out here. She's curious where he's gonna land.
There's a pause, a look to Lemon, and this is Captain.
Captain.
They sign back. It is a pleasure to meet you. What can I help you with?
I'm just fascinated by your craft, and I am just observing.
Okay.
That, like, spyglass is really
Or-
cool.
Thank you. It's magically enchanted to see through clouds.
Wow.
That's so cool. Because, like, navigating on a cloudy night is, like, the worst. Especially if there's, like, a thunderstorm and everyone's, like, nervous anyway. And then it's like...
Afraid of storms, are we? You've never been to Caldera, Brass, have you?
I'm not, like, afraid of storms. It's just people get nervous around storms. And they're like, are we on the right place? And you're like, I don't know. Because, like, the only thing I can see in the sky is lightning.
They sort of chitter in a small chuckle.
Is it real stormy there?
Caldera Brass is engulfed in a permanent storm.
Whoa.
Get used to the background sound.
You gonna be okay with that, buddy? And, like, scritches at Rald.
The
Have you seen a storm? I don't think you've seen a storm.
the
Whoa,
cat's
you know what
fur kind of
storms
puffs
are.
up just a
Hmm.
little bit.
Oh, okay.
Ichabod does sign. You all are welcome to watch if you would like to.
Yeah. Fern will do that until they probably fall asleep. Because, like you said, it's late.
It's pretty decently late.
Excellent.
Don't worry, buddy. When we get there, we'll have you go, like, lightning, right? And then you'll be fine.
The dawn rises. You all get your rest in. The waters remain calm and the clouds have cleared from the sky in the morning. You can see behind you to the north the coastline of Gorashid. Very bright and glimmering coastal city. For the capital of the empire, this is not shocking at all. It's just having it in perspective again from your initial travel to the city. It is, I would say, almost reminiscent of the time before you were on the run for the murder of the king. You are free of the city for the first time since your arrival. It's only been 5 days, give or take.
Oof.
How's everybody feeling as the first day dawns?
I feel like the weight of the world is pressing down like a million boulders on Fern's chest, and it's just mostly anxiety, you know? The anxiety of like the excited anxiety of returning back to a place that Fern has spent a lot of great time going to Caldera Brass. Like, they love learning. But then the very I don't know, guilty, confused, frustrated, demoralized anxiety of leaving a place where they were accused of regicide,
Regicide.
that one. Wild, and just kind of like being in this liminal space in between, on the water, leaving one and not quite close enough to the other. It's just kind of like, yeah, I think it's just like a really rapid, anxious heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Brandon's out of the
Love-
city. They've got like a map of the stars. Like, it's the open sky and there's wind and it's great. They got their best friend living. They've got like stuff to learn. It's great.
Lemon has this. They don't know how to phrase it, but essentially they've got this. It's not dread, but this foreboding feeling, heading back to near where they were created. And as a warrior, you know, they just know this is going to be dangerous, so they're focusing right now, trying to make sure, like going through like an internal systems checkup kind of deal to make sure they're top of their game.
Absolutely.
Fern is like on the complete opposite side of where Fern is. Like this is tedious. This is being wanted for like it's an occupational hazard. She was trying to get. She's been trying to avoid this whole situation, and it's like it feels like she's just done a full circle, and it's like all of this running to get nowhere. Like this is very tiresome. This is annoying, so tedious, and I am running errands for this guy. That who does this Captain Nine Lives think that he is, giving me errands to do, and she doesn't even really remember why she's doing this.
And she still doesn't have her axe back.
No. Missing. They're a paired set of axes, and I have only one of them. Like, the more she thinks about it, the more annoyed she's getting. Like, this is. But she's treating this like, you know, having to go to the supermarket and after you went yesterday and you forgot, so like that kind of like irritation. Like, but it's like she's treating this like it's a minor inconvenience, which obviously it's not. But that's.
Were they hand axes?
They were hand axes.
Were they special in any way?
Yeah, actually,
Nice.
you would see, she has one of them, and it has like a green leather wrap handle, and they have like an ivy filigree like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have seen it. It's the sort of thing that like the filigree would have been filled in with like green that matches the handle, but you know, it's kind of mostly worn off, but you can still see some flecks on it.
Okay. I was gonna say, Lemon Sour has 3 hand axes. You could
She
give
doesn't
me
want
one. Okay. Because like I imagine they're also decorated nicely because Dermud, their original halberd was also had a nice decoration to it, and their giant hand axe is called Leaf Cutter and also has kind of like the lemony grease. So Like, it wouldn't be an awful
It wouldn't
looking
not
hand
match.
axe.
She's very,
Yeah,
she's
it
very
would
emotionally
not
attached to
match.
these.
Okay.
It's a Lee one. Yeah, so she's just getting increasingly annoyed for no reason.
There is a procession. The sound of music coming from below deck as the fantastic Mr. Corollary Cartwright comes strutting
Of course.
to the top deck, kicks out their briefcase, and for the first time I think you've ever seen, pulls out like a proper wand and does a spell on it. The briefcase flips open into a table, a long feast table in the middle of the deck. Corollary puts the wand away, claps twice, and the chef, Cecil, and a bunch of the crewmates ascend from below deck with platters and platters of food and slide them out on the table. Chairs are provided, and you guys are invited to have breakfast. Mr. Corollary Cartwright has brought on board and provided a, a veritable feast of ingredients for Cecil to cook with, and he has.
Whoa.
What is in every single one of these?
There's a variety of things. There are eggs with yolks, I think the size of Fern's head being the
Whoa.
smallest. There are large strips of bacon. Flank steaks from the cow you remember Cecil butchering last night. A whole vegetable medley, a whole fruit medley. You are being provided for here. Breakfast biscuits, a la something like what you would find in Popeyes, or like a biscuits and gravy. All kinds of
sounds
stuff,
lovely.
and then fresh fruit juice is passed around in pitchers. And Corollary bows to you, I think you specifically, Virina, and says, "Please, won't you join us for dinner? Breakfast, but has a better ring to it."
Buttering me up for something? Or
Goodness, no, we've already made every agreement we need to, haven't we? The feast is my payment to be aboard this ship. How's that? Does that satiate your weird and unfounded suspicion of me?
never. Very suspicious woman in all senses of the term.
Oh, but of course, you can never be too careful, can we, folks? Please, dig in. My treat.
Fern will pocket a bunch of biscuits and like the things that like you don't mind eating if it's a little old.
Of course.
Brandon puts away like 3 people's worth of food. Just compliments the
Lemon
whole
Sour just
time.
Stands there. I don't think they even pretend to eat.
Irene is eating like a bird because if she's still on a boat. It sucks. It's terrible.
I think Brandon is like eating something and then just describing what it tastes like to Lemon.
Okay.
Just so
Who,
they can
who
be
has
included.
no face for this?
Yeah, so like okay, so
right.
it's like this yolk is like super runny, right? So it's like that kind of like it's like warm sunshine, you know, as you eat it, and it's really good with the bacon because it's so smoky, you know, and then you just
Mhm. Okay, and they're just nodding, just humoring Brandon. Like when they hear runny, they just think of running across a battlefield. When they hear smoky, they think of someone using a smoke bomb or smoke from cannons, from the cannon arm Lemon Sour desperately wants. Stuff like that. Yeah.
You guys enjoy a feast. The captain appears briefly, has a couple rolls and a small cut of the very large bacon, and returns to their quarters. But the rest of the crew is making merry, making revelry. Cartwright is entertaining as always, putting on quite a show for everyone. Is there anything you would like to do in the moment?
Oh, Brandon is going to ask that when Fern returns the book, they tell Brandon so he can go along.
Heck yeah.
Whenever
It'll
that
be a
happens.
little bit, yeah. Fern has to like note down like 90% of the information
Oh, yeah.
in it. Of course.
Brandon is spending a lot of time looking at the star charts, but will also be like occasionally be like, okay, so can I have a turn with the book because like
Yeah.
I like plants.
And there's little samples. It's so good. It's a thick book, I imagine.
Oh yeah. So I imagine it's one of those notebooks that you see people traveling with, where it's got like the little clips in it, and it's overstuffed.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it used to close flat, but now it only like it's
Yeah.
You're really
flowed
gonna remember the
out because
bunch to
there's
close
stuff.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Well loved.
Lemon Sour is staring off into the sea to make sure a kraken isn't approaching.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
What?
Okay.
No, don't ask for that.
Don't tempt the GM.
That's a 19.
The water out here is, maybe not to lemon, but to the normal eye is shockingly clear. For about 25 miles off of the coast, the ocean isn't actually that deep. You can see a coral reef underneath you. It is bright and lively. And even with the clip that you're moving at, you get these visions of these all sorts of different colorful, bright, and almost alien fish underneath you. No
Lemon
krakens.
Sour. No, Lemon Sour can't explain it, but they have this urge to reach out and touch. And this weird, like, psychological anime thing. Like, like you see it's going between them, the hand reaching out, and then finally cuts back, and, they never reached out their hand at all.
Mm-hmm. That makes me ask. I assume that is not at all the ocean, like where Brandon is from.
No, Brandon, if at all you take note of the ocean floor outside of Ironhome is about 1 mile of the initial shallow waters of the coast, and then the immediate drop off, almost instantaneous.
So now Brandon is ping-ponging between like looking at the water, looking at the book, looking at the star charts. It's just like it's a problem. It's a problem.
I think Marina is trying to do as little as possible, not because, well, partially because she avoids doing unnecessary work, but also like even like mostly cured of like her seasickness, it's like at this point it's almost like a psychosomatic, like it was so bad that it's like now she's just expecting to be sick, so now she just developed a low-grade migraine this entire time. Just trying to avoid doing anything unless absolutely necessary. Everything's kind of slightly dizzy, even though it shouldn't be, but it is.
Corollary.
Still the swaying.
Yeah.
Corollary does stop at one point and turn to you. Captain Spar, are you still dizzy?
It doesn't... Everything is moving all the time. I don't understand how everybody's not dizzy. I've never been on a boat before. I mean, I've been in boats.
What is
but,
that
like, a ship.
novel? Would you like some help?
No.
Really? Because I think I could take, well, the remainder of the symptoms away, assuming you tried Cecil's horrible concoction.
I did. Don't touch me.
No
Bad at him.
No touching necessary. I have a pin in my possession once the feast is packed up that is designed to keep you upright regardless of the surface you're standing on. No dizziness necessary.
You don't give away things for free. So,
Of course not. But I'm happy to take an IOU for such a trusted friend as yourself.
I'm
A
good.
small one.
I'm good.
Stipulations to be specified by you.
I'm good.
If you say so. When that cocktail wears off, you're going to want it.
Go away.
He does a bow, pulls the wand out, and casts another spell on the table. It folds back up into his briefcase as the merriment ends. Grabs it out of the air and gives you a little gentleman's salute before returning below deck.
Okay, I don't know what his deal is.
Oh, I think he thinks you're cool. Or at least, like, advantageous for whatever weird activities, Corollary does, you know?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I'm very dizzy. I don't think it's the seasickness at this point. It's just the swaying. Is that what seasickness is? The swaying? Is that what this is?
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
find
know.
something to focus on. You should look in the mirror and see how Cork is.
Just go with the flow, you know? Just don't fight it. Just go with it. The more you fight it, the more you're gonna like. Yeah, focus on a spot in the distance. And just
She's
relax.
not doing that. That's what I'm saying. You're giving her instructions. She's just not following.
Do you want a good berry?
No, I'm good. How? Like, she will pull out at Fern's suggestion this mirror. Like, she's pretty sure Quark is okay, but like she needs something to do at this point because she's like doing that thing where like you focus so much on the headache it's making it worse because that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah,
Mhm.
maybe we should check on my good friend Quark, who has not asked
Let's
me
do it.
for anything.
You,
How's
Come
he
on,
doing in my
Captain.
little mirror?
That sounds like a good idea.
you look
I'm
in
not
the
gonna,
little
like-
mirror.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pop him out because I don't think there's enough space for him.
The vast reflection space that Quark currently exists in, this sort of silver emptiness, there is a small patch of grass, and he is chewing out of it. He sends you a feeling of calm and contentment in here.
He's doing better than I am.
Cork is the best of us.
Steady, even keeled.
Quark is not standing on a boat.
It's true. Gosh. Okay. So, do we have a plan for how to find this safe? Or are we just wandering around until we find it?
Oh, no. I have a pretty good idea. The hardest part is really just going to be, I have to make the forgery documents, with my brand new forgery kit, so I can make it like your new students, because like it's not just anybody can make it into Caldera brass. Like, it's not just for like regular brains who don't read a lot of books and study and listen to lectures. You know, you got to do a lot of studying and a lot of tests. But what I'm saying is, you will be in. You will be able to get in, and then we just have to kind of play it cool a little and sneak our way to the safe, which... What do we know about it?
I mean, if we need a distraction, I'm really good at those.
If you were looking for the possessor of the safe, that is Arcdean Icarprix, sorry.
Oh, it is the Dean. Dang it.
Yep.
Well, that's not gonna be easy.
Do you
It's
have any
just a
ideas?
wizard's tower.
Any ideas on what it looks like? Or are we just guessing?
Is it like a safe, or is it like a magical safe?
I swear I wrote some things down because, like, we talked to Nine Lives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did I write anything down? No, I didn't.
You did talk to Nine Limbs about it. He gave you the basic rundown.
Yeah. We will assume that we
It's in
just
a vault,
know that
right?
information.
Headmaster keeps his records, info right there. So it's in a vault. So we're looking for specific records on Vexel Karthus, because Vexel Karthus has the simulacrum book, or spell.
He's the creator of the simulacrum spell.
Right.
It did actually make
So
me
the
think
headmaster's
this
office. We needed to get there before word of what we'd done hit them.
Which we're on track
Yeah.
with that still.
Yep. But it's in his office, it says.
Okay.
We were told.
It narrows it down. So, like, how do they, like, it's... We just get into an office, right? Like, I assume it's at the top of a tower, because that's what wizards like to do. Like, they just...
Towers are great.
All the way up there. We get in, we, this is a terrible plan. This is not even a plan.
It's definitely a plan.
I think Marina does not like how vague this plan is, which is rich considering she has never had a plan beyond knife in her life. I feel like it's just I don't know if we could even have a plan before we get a sense of what this place even looks like.
I've been there. Well, not in like the Dean's office. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But like, we can. If somebody else is willing to do something like illegal, then maybe we could go see the Dean. I can't be a part of that.
Oh, you like want us to get in trouble?
Yeah, I mean, you might not see the Archdean right away. There might be like a person down before.
Like
You know,
it's part
like
of
the-
fight.
You know,
Fern, if you want to, you can go ahead and roll me a history check.
Please. 12.
There is a lot of bureaucracy at this school. Detentions are... Rule breaking is very liminal. Because once you break a rule, depending on the severity, you're not going to see the consequences of that for anywhere from a month to 5 years.
Wow.
Okay.
However, the severity of the punishments is always exponential to the crime.
Of course. So we just have to do something.
I don't know if that works on our timeline.
No, not really.
To see
I mean-
the dean,
Yeah.
you'd probably want to look at doing something like... tough to say, maybe regicide?
Oh my god.
Convenient.
Back.
Convenient.
I mean,
Just
does it
imagine
have
going
to
to classes while everyone knows you committed regicide,
right?
but like
Bird could
no one's
never.
doing anything about it for a year.
Fern would die.
Wait. Like, I thought going like, don't like good students get to see the dean too? Like the best students?
Yeah, I'm sure, but like I'm not the best. I'm just like really good, like great, but not the best.
If you're
So we
related
just
to
have
Lemon further, I imagine you are the best.
Oh, thank you.
We just have to make sure everyone knows it then, and then get into the office, and then get him to leave with you in the office.
Still, I like the idea of sneaking in, or a distraction, or yeah, those are my options.
So wait. Let's throw back. You said that anything that we do, you don't want to be associated with it.
I want to graduate.
And what happens if
I
it's
don't know if that's
unavoidable?
gonna happen.
Do you need to graduate? Because you have like the focus thingy that you
Oh
can
no,
only
I
get
give
if
that
you
away.
graduate.
For a mirror. Right? No, that
No,
was
you
the
get the
vial.
vial.
Oh, I still have the focus. Yeah. Yeah. But I just, yeah, I could. I really wanted the paper that says like, you graduated. You have your
can forge
master's
one.
in.
I can write you a paper
Relatable.
that says you graduated.
So the issue here is it's really a catch-22 because if Fern does not graduate and you guys are instead found out for being the 4 people who killed old King Cantor, the school is legally obligated to hold you until the Scarlet Battalion can come get you, and they will. However, if Fern is to graduate, Fern becomes an employee of the Empire.
Oh.
And Maker Mages, which Fern is studying, get sent to Mountain Home and they don't get to go anywhere else.
Right. Oh, right. Oh, no, I shouldn't graduate.
Just a reminder for the people.
That's
I
true.
have
Irina doesn't know
another
that.
question about our disguises. How many of us can actually cast magic? Would it be weird to not cast magic while at a magic school?
I also have that concern.
You're not going to class. I mean, we could if you want, but
I don't want
I
to.
wouldn't say no. I am very curious. Any additional things I can learn for battle would be excellent.
And like, you all seem to think my magic's weird.
Yeah, I have
It's
this concern of like,
different.
what if we have to like prove that because some of us are not.
That's what my
magically
papers are
talented.
for. I'm gonna forge
I'm-
documents that say you're students, and like you're brand new. So like you don't have to be. I mean, you should really know your basics. You should have already had
I
like
would,
10 years of
yeah.
education at least. But yeah, Lemon.
I am an inherently magical being. I know I am capable of learning magic. But are you able to create something for those of us who can't? A magic item or something?
What I'm hoping is that you are, it's okay, this is maybe a silly question. I might be imposing too much, but like when you go to like college or university in like this world, there's a frosh week, like a week for like introducing, like if you're brand new, you kind of get like a feel of the campus. You get to walk around without the stress of already having to attend class. What time of the year is it? Like, do they always accept new students? Is there like
Caldera Brass is what we call a forever school.
Yeah.
It is always accepting new students, and people are always graduating, dying, or quitting. If you
Yeah.
quit, you die. Almost certainly. Because getting out of the
Jeez.
school requires a deep and terrible understanding of the magics that make it work. Now, Caldera Brass is a unique magical academy in that none of the students who start here know how to do magic.
Okay.
Wizard magic is very, very granular, formulaic, and it is tough. It's not natural magic like Brandon can cast.
Okay.
It is what is effectively the result of bastardizing all natural forms of magic,
That's right. Yes.
and it is for the layman. It is for the hard worker. You can learn magic.
Because my next idea was, even though I just spent the past like month trying to think of like what feat should I take now that we've leveled up. I thought it was
Don't change it.
could the fantastic Mr. Colliery Cartwright grant me like the what's the feat's name? The one where you learn Fey magic.
Oh,
Made
Fey
some sort
touched.
of Fey touched.
Yeah.
Could we make?
Lemon Corollary appears behind you, taps on your shoulder.
Oh,
Greetings,
Yes.
my friend.
hello.
You called?
Oh, not out loud. Hello.
Is there something I can help you with? Your friend didn't want my gyroscopic pin, but I assume you are not after that. However, for the same price, I'd be willing to trade it to you.
What's
Perhaps
the
it's a gift.
price?
A small favor of my choosing in the future.
Okay, but at the same time, also knowing that you can arrive there not knowing magic, I'm gonna. Now I don't know. I just spent that. Oh my gosh! Now I'm curious. I need time to think about this after we formulate our plan.
Okay. I'll be here. You know where to find me. It's a confined, finite space. Sort of.
Okay.
Remind me, do we owe Corollary Cartwright anything? Like, do we have an IOU?
Nope.
Mm.
Your price for getting to cash in his favor with the tailor was him getting to tag along with you guys.
Thank you. Okay. I was kind of inventorying some of the things that, like, I said I was gonna do or I wanted to do. And I was worried that we were beholden to Corollary, but no, we good.
You guys
So,
are
like-
square.
Like Lemon Rald likes you, and like I could maybe like have him hang around with you and say like he's like your familiar, and people aren't gonna like question that, right? And you'll be
Wait.
like, yeah, obviously, like I could do magic because I have a familiar, and I had to cast a spell to get a familiar.
I see.
Okay.
They say unconvinced.
And like another pause. Captain can like talk to animals.
I don't know if they'd be very impressed with that.
Captain can talk to one animal.
I was just gonna
Single
say
animal.
correction.
Yeah,
Brandon
That's why
doesn't
she's
know
like-
this.
that's why she's like, they're not gonna be impressed. Trust me.
It's okay. The documents that I'm working on forging, they'll say you are brand new students, the freshest of the fresh. What are
Okay.
they? The fresh students. That's what they're called.
Natural magic isn't like illegal there, is it?
We don't really see it. I've never seen it until you. And
Whoa! But you're
took
like
me a
from a
while to-
magic school.
you and I could be like archdeans, but like I would be the arch and you would be the
Dean.
yeah. Again, we've got the beginnings of a plan.
The concept of a plan.
the concept of a plan.
Sorry. You guys are-
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got a plan, is what you're saying, yeah?
Yes.
So Brandon's gonna turn and look up at Lemon and go, "Do you want to go to the crow's nest?" And she's just gonna go.
Yes. Okay.
Planning's done. Crow's nest.
I'll be forging.
With a plan in place and some rolls teed up here, I'm going to say this. The sky begins to gray and darken. As you guys ascend the crow's nest, you see in the distance a series of land masses, and behind those land masses, the shadow of a tower. The clouds above you are thick and heavy and dark. A line of rain starts at the very tip of the ship and begins to move down as your ship enters the Isles Aenus. in Caldera Brass's very own manifested storm, which protects it from all unwelcome entrance. You all begin to feel rain pour on your persons. You see off to your right, a few 100 feet, a big shark leap out of the water, tackling some sort of serpentine beast with its jaws as it comes crashing back down into the ocean. And Lemon, you especially notice that at the very edge of this storm, as you cross into it, the coral reef just ends. It is not a sloped drop off, it is a steep, steep cliff underneath you as the ocean deepens. We are going to take our break on the image of Caldera Brass on the horizon. We will be right back. Please get up, stretch your legs, get a drink, do bio break, take a breather. Tell your pets you love them, pet them even, maybe? Just a thought,
Baxter.
just a recommendation. We will be back in 5 to 10-ish. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. We are back from break. Hope it was good. Hope you enjoyed it. We have just arrived in the Isles Aenus, a series of islands surrounding the Wizard Tower and Magical School, Caldera Brass, the only place on Earth where you can get an education in magic, particularly in wizard magic. The storm kicks up, it starts, and then 10 minutes later, it has kicked up even further. I believe we have a forgery ongoing. I would imagine you want to take this below deck now that it has started downpouring.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you like can't mess up my documents. Those are like really important.
Can't have smudged ink and raindrops? No way.
Lemon and Brandon, are you staying in the crow's nest?
I don't. Come on, decide. Make a decision. I don't think so. I think like
Lemon might.
Okay.
I think Brandon like gets up there and is like, "Oh, look that. Okay," and then that, and it's like, "Oh, it's storming. Like it's not good to be up here. Like, I'm good. We should head down."
I'll stay up here. I'm wary of this area.
You sure?
Yes. Do you think you'll be able to get back down safely with Rold?
Yeah. Like, Rold's chill.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to mind the rain that much, I guess.
All right. I may not have
Hopefully happy
long-range
though.
attacks, but I'd feel safer having a view of everything.
All right. Like, just like be careful, and like, remember to like let your clothes dry out because I know you like haven't had those before, but like they're gonna get wet, and then you'll.
I would like to wear more clothes after this.
Okay.
I like the expression.
You wear them like well, so we'll figure out what you like and we'll like get you more and different.
Thank you.
Okay.
My first thought is Nuktuk from Legend of Korra.
100%. I
Amazing,
agree.
yep.
Approval. Brandon, you clamber down. Lemon, you are staying up in the crow's nest. I will get to you in a minute.
Ooh.
Fern,
Is there a kraken?
no.
Okay.
Fern, if you would like to make me a forgery check, I don't remember if it's, I think it's calligrapher's tools. But I believe we gave you a proficiency of some kind in something.
I think there was a forgery kit. I might be confusing a different system though.
I do have thieves.
It might be
tools.
forgery kit.
I think proficiency tool.
And yes,
Could
we have
also
Gilmore playing the
be-
role of Rald Racon tonight.
was
Doing it perfectly. Here we go. Fortune
Not added. But you are welcome to add it to your character sheet. Regardless, that is just going to be dexterity plus your proficiency bonus for the forgery tools.
Can I like? Is that a thing I can roll in this?
Not in D&D Beyond, but you
Right.
can roll a d20 in D&D Beyond and then just tack the numbers on.
I think you could roll just straight dexterity and then just add the proficiency.
Yeah, if you just click on the dexterity, it'll give you a roll and add your proficiency bonus.
So that's a dirty 20, and then am I adding my own proficiency? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you're adding your proficiency bonus because Corollary taught you how to forge.
What's our proficiency bonus, y'all?
It'll be right next to your charisma.
+3?
I think it's plus
Cha-
2
cha-
at level
cha.
I've
4.
got +2.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it goes up to +3 next level.
All right, so 22.
22. Very good. You get in the zone and you put together very, very perfect student documents. You get the watermark in there, you get their personal information,
Drip
you
some
report down
wax.
their desired school,
Mm-hmm.
and before you know it, probably closer to the end of the day, this is very careful work, it takes a while, you have school IDs for your 3 cohorts.
Yes. Feels good. But Fern will absolutely hold on to those until we arrive, just in case.
Just to be safe.
Probably for the
I
best.
think I'm like not responsible or something.
I mean, one of you are just hanging out in the rain. I don't really. Virina, did you go downstairs to look at the mirror? Were you just chilling? I don't remember what Virina was up to.
I haven't been doing anything so far.
I just wasn't sure if you
As
were in
little
the
as
rain
possible.
either.
I have no idea what she's doing.
That's fair.
She's just mostly killing time is what's happening.
Yeah, as little as possible is what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does not like boats. She's anxious to get this over with. There's no tasks for her to be doing. Yeah.
Lemon,
Yes.
I need you to make me a dexterity save.
Yes, I have advantage on those.
Good.
Okay. Just nice, because my dex is only +2. Okay. 15.
15. A bolt of lightning comes careening down from the clouds and strikes the crow's nest behind you. There is a crack as the very top of the mast snaps and just sort of falls to the deck.
Oh.
The wind is beginning to pick up. The storm is growing more violent. But Caldera Brass can be seen in a little more detail. It is a tall, stony tower. Black and gray stones make up the most of it. Anywhere that there would be a window, you see is shaped and characterized by iron bars being put over the openings. The base of the tower can be seen plunging into what is effectively an ongoing and eternal whirlpool in the ocean underneath. Which does beg a very important question. How the hell are you going to get in?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like we're welcome here. Lemon Sour it yells out, booming, deep robotic voice through the... I imagine as a Warforged, it's easy enough to have the booming voice so people can hear them. Yeah.
Absolutely. The crew members all look up at you. I believe, Brandon, did you go below deck?
No, I'm going to bother Ichabod. I want to learn more star stuff.
Gotcha. You do hear this. It does cut through. Ichabod, the crew looks up at you, Lemon. They do not seem to further acknowledge your commentary. Ichabod looks to you, Brandon. All of their maps are pinned down by little tacks as they look up to you and wave.
Hi. So like, I'm trying to learn more about the stars here, but there's like clouds in the way, and you've got that really cool spyglass, and I was wondering if you could
They
like...
hold up a hand before reaching into their jacket and pulling out a second one and extending it and handing it to you.
Thank you. I won't go far. I'm gonna go here. It's and thank you. And yeah, it's just like so excited. Oh yeah, yeah, he's gonna get nerdy with the stars.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom save. Check. Wisdom check.
I was like, oh, it's getting spicy.
Yeah, the stars
Okay.
are evil.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Magic here's weird. Oh, that's only a 10, unless I can do perception, which I assume I can't.
You cannot. No. I'm very
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, a 12 and a 10, not bad.
1 and 10. You're getting there.
Yeah.
You are making
Progress.
progress on this. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you arrive?
Costume change for everybody. Get into
Yeah.
uniform.
And we do
Yeah.
have to return the book.
Yes, yeah. The book of herbs and spices.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Yeah, you guys, you and Brandon get together. Fern, does anyone else go to the kitchen?
Lemon, I feel like sometimes kitchens might make you not very happy. You know.
I'll go anyway. I feel like being outside. Maybe I've brought misfortune upon us.
I mean, like, lightning just kind of happens in storms. Do you know how storms work?
I do.
Okay.
I was trying to make a joke. I don't
Oh.
believe in things like misfortune. I can't really change my tone.
Ha.
Um,
Yeah.
But truly, I am a little worried about being struck by lightning as a combination of wood and metal. And
I mean,
that would
I'm
not be great.
often afraid of getting struck by lightning because I just have like metal bits on me.
You
I will
both
go
should
to the
not
kitchen.
be at the crow's nest. Yeah, don't go back there.
Well, when I went up there, it like wasn't a storm, and then it like was.
I
Don't
enjoyed
Like,
it
what
go
a
back.
safe-
and wanted to protect everyone, just in case. I could really use some
Correct.
long-ranged artillery.
We
Well,
will
I've-
think
Okay.
about that.
Sorry,
some
ever
more.
since you brought that up,
I know.
yeah, I'm like, well, okay,
Can I?
Like Brandon being very useful. Well, I've got like an old longbow.
Okay.
We could give
I'll-
you a longbow arm. I could rig it to be a crossbow arm. I think I have a crossbow I don't use. But it's like one of the short ones, so like those powers combined, we could that might be a Caldera brass activity when we're not,
Okay.
trying to steal
Yes.
from the Archdean. Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. It is not top of the list. Because I imagine
Be like-
in the actual school, close range will be optimal.
Uh,
No,
you'll see. But you're gonna love it.
I need you to tell me everything I need to know to prepare for battle. While we go to the kitchen.
I don't know if we're gonna battle. This is like a stealth mission where
There's going to be battle.
I can't fight faculty.
I can. Look, all I'm saying. Caitlin, sorry, I wouldn't talk like that. Judging by our past history, the past week, battle may occur.
Statistically,
ideal.
yes. We do seem
But
to have
I am-
a yeah.
I am also a warrior, warforged, and sometimes I enjoy battle. It's in my programming. So part of me hopes a little bit that there will be Wow. I feel like I'm having such deep thoughts these past few days.
You're learning about yourself. I love this. You're professing your likes and your wants.
And
This is
Livin
very
wants to wear clothes now.
I do.
Like beyond
Wow.
this, like it's awesome. Also, like I don't want to like detract from this Livin because this is really, but like should we like have a code word? Because like I feel like it's not good for you to say when we're not trying to steal a thing, even if you say it quiet.
Yeah. Lime.
um,
Maybe Captain should come up with a word. Captain, where
Yeah.
are you?
we
That's a
haven't.
good question.
Just
Like, I'm
imagine
just-
that you're like
I'm just-
at the bottom of the boat, still just laying on your back.
Right.
I'm like, you guys are going to the kitchen. I think she's just getting dressed. So what's happening?
Okay.
I feel like
I can
she's
ask Captain
found
later.
like a sleeping hammock, so she doesn't feel the swaying as much, you know.
You guys
All right.
Oh my God.
arrive at
Nada.
the kitchen,
Um,
and you enter. Cecil is there, throwing a variety of things into the big cooking pot. Sees you enter. Oh, welcome back.
Greetings. Greetings. I have brought my friends and I have returned
Pleasure to
your
meet
book.
you.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, this is Brandon, and that is Lemon. Do you want your like your full name? I realize I didn't ask.
I should use a different name while we're there.
Yes.
If we go with lemon sour, they will know. Or they might get
Bet you
suspicious.
really like lemons. Looks at Cecil.
My name is
Whatever you are, it's none of
Joshua.
my business.
Joshua Lemon Tree.
You literally said that, and I have that in my notes, and I didn't know why. I'm like, who the fuck is Joshua Lemon Tree?
It's one of the names I've
That's-
used in the past for characters.
So funny. I also wrote Butterball above that, and I don't know what that meant.
What?
I have no
What are
context in
your
that.
notes be? What are your
Oh no, it's Batterball.
Batterball is the sport. Is the
That's our
Oh.
sport. Yeah.
Caldera Brass plays.
That's what I'm gonna go play.
Yes! Oh my
That's
god.
right.
Wait, was
These are good
Joshua
notes.
Lemon Tree one of the star players? Was that what that
No,
was?
that was your
No,
name.
No, that was the name you said you were gonna use.
Your chosen
Okay.
already
name.
claimed
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay. I did. Okay. Joshua Lemon Tree is my name.
Joshua
Okay.
Lemon Tree. Yeah, no, that's still good. Cecil, sorry. Yeah, we're working on our introductions.
I like love your book. It's like so cool. I love plants and stuff, and like I saw that you know how to make good berries.
Yes, it is a common spell in my coven.
Oh, you're like a coven. That's cool. I'm not from here, so I do magic that's not like ferns.
Very different.
Fern is a student at Caldera Brass, so I'm going to assume you mean that you do natural magics.
Yeah.
Did you write down the ritual to cast Goodberry?
I did. I hope that's okay.
Of course. You see he turns around, opens a cabinet, pulls out a small bundle of mistletoe, and tosses it to you.
Oh,
Go ahead and take that with you.
thank
got
you. And it's
Actual loads in here.
tucks it away. It's like, so I also make good berries, but like not ritually, but like if you would like a couple, they're like my special good berries.
Take them after you've done all of your cooking and cleaning.
You'll
or
see
after the
for a while.
cooking, but before cleaning.
Understood. Sure. Sure.
From
Well-
cleaning more enjoyable.
He does take both, and he takes the book back. As for my request, if you could get me any amount of clippings of snowdrops and nightshades, that would be much appreciated.
Absolutely. You have been amazing, Cecil. Thank you so much. And yeah, it will be great doing business, trade, exchanging goods. That's
Changing
fun.
goods.
I don't need anything else. I did pocket a bunch of biscuits. If you have any like other biscuits, I do have some more pockets.
He pulls out a small tray of bread buns and sort of just dumps them into a container for you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for like feeding us. It was like the best food I've ever had on a boat.
It is my job.
You're great at it.
There is a creaking, almost, and a magical pulse emanates from the above deck. A voice enters your head. My esteemed guests, loath as I am to leave you behind on this horrid rock, we've arrived.
We're here.
Oh boy.
I'm so
Ern,
excited.
it seems like the captain doesn't like this place as much as you do.
Nobody really does. But that's, if you're not a student or, it's a different vibe.
Assuming you all
imagine.
go above deck. Corollary
Yeah.
is also there waiting, briefcase in hand. The captain has extended a small plank out to what appears to be a very shoddy looking dock. Fern, you recognize this as the arrival dock. This is the only point of entry for ships and for any arrivals that are not teleporting in or have access to the teleportation circle in the Grand Hall. There is an elven man, appears to be aged to about what would be a human 70. Very sharp ears, blonde hair still somehow, and glazed over eyes. Fern, you recognize this to be the head of Arlen's school. This is Oracle Maphis Marvello.
Oh. Hello. Greetings. Oracle, greetings.
Foresaw your arrival.
So cool. We have documents. I got this, and then this, and this, and here we go. I've got all of them.
Of course. And I sense that one of you has returned a very long and forgotten textbook of mine.
Oh, you look at the stars.
As often as I can.
Could we copy
it?
some more
Yes.
of this book?
Hold on to it until you're... Hold on to it. It will
It's
come
such
back
an
to me
honor.
in due time.
Thank you so much. I mean, you'll know when it's gonna come back to you because you can foresee it. Your oracleness.
Just Oracle is fine. This way.
Yes, yes,
And
Oracle.
he turns around, he clicks his cane twice on the dock, and he begins to meander up to the wall. There's no door that you can see. You see the little gem on the front of his cane. It's a handle cane, and there's a small gem protruding from the front of it. The gem on his cane glows, and the bricks sort of slide and sidle out of the way as you guys are led into a very dark and damp hallway. The clicking of your shoes on the stone is followed by a scent that can only be described as really old basement.
Yep, I can smell it.
The
Classic,
torches
yeah.
on the wall are lit. They do not light up anything greater than a couple steps ahead of you. And you are led to a set of spiral stairs. As you begin to rise, they seem to continue for some incredible amount of time before the Oracle stops and in turn stops you all behind him because this is a very narrow staircase, smiles and says, "Of course, I forgot." Taps the wall a couple times, a small brick slides, and a pair of eyes can be seen behind the brick. If you could take us to the dormitory floor, that would be most helpful. There is a small squint from the eyes, and the brick slides back into place, and the oracle just keeps walking. Uh, Not too long after, you are brought to a landing. You would think you're at the top of the stairs because this is where they end. Uh, but as you enter into the main hallway, it's a little bit nicer. You can see more clearly. This is a hall of lined dark doors. The torches here glow a variety of colors, but the lighting seems to be fairly consistent. You look back to the staircase and you can see that it does indeed continue up despite what your initial perception had shown. Maphis turns back to the four of you. Courser Fern, I hope it is all right that we assign them the same dormitory as yours.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
New students such
Thank
as
you.
this already registered and ready to go. Your class registration will be tomorrow. Do feel free to have a gander about the school. If you get lost, good luck.
I remember when I first got lost. Couldn't find my way for a month.
It's a miracle you survived.
There's the moisture that kind of secretes in some places. It kept me going.
He gives an old smile, and then he sort of just meanders off. And the minute he's around a corner, he disappears.
Oddly, Lemon Sour is into the idea of the whole survival thing. Partially because, like, they don't need to eat or anything, but, like, it's like a challenge. So, like, bet I got this.
Can you imagine how many people just perish because they got lost? Oof.
Brandon's like
I love
looking
that.
around again. It's like, okay, I don't think I like this school.
It is so good to be back. My legs are burning because that was a lot of stairs. Sometimes I think, like, how does the Oracle walk all those stairs all the time? The legs that you must get, amazing. But welcome to the dorms. I sleep over there. What do the dorms kind of look like?
You tell me what your dorm room looks like, Fern. You've been here for the past however many years you've been in attendance. You have been, of course, welcome to decorate and accumulate whatever trinkets from class you wish to keep.
Ooh, okay. Then I think there's two very obvious motifs, and it's books as tables, books as shelves for other books and trinkets, books as wall dividers. That's the first one, and then the second I think is just like, I don't want to call it crap. It's like gears and screws and knobs and like bits of metal and like shavings of wood covering the floor. And sprinkled in between, there's some clothing, some like loose writing utensils, loose scrolls, loose vials. Gotta really be careful not to step on the vials. And, Fern kind of presents this proudly. And if you look close enough, I think that there is like a 4-poster bed, missing 2 of the posts. It looks like they've been cut, like sawed, maybe used for other odd bits and bobs inside this room, of which can't really be identified. And it's like strung around with fairy lights, perpetually on, I guess. But you can't really see a bed. You see a bunch of books and a bunch of just like doodads and trinkets. But if you kind of see a bit of blanket underneath it all, and you get an idea just based on the height and the shape, that's probably a place to sleep if you carve out a little circle.
There is a small difference to this dorm, Fern, in that the space that was your room, usually very cramped because you're a single student, you didn't need that much space, and with the added books, it was getting particularly cramped. There's almost just a hard line of where you remember the wall being, and then the expanded space where there are 2 more beds added to the dormitory. There are 2 end tables to the left of each bed, and there are new sconces added. But it is shockingly clean and bare beyond the line of where Fern's stuff ends. They didn't touch your stuff. They just moved the wall back.
I love that so much.
So there's only 2 new beds.
Only 2 new beds.
Amazing,
It's like a fan fiction.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Wow, like I knew you liked books, but like, whoa.
Oh, I guess it's a little messy. Let me just, and they kind of start walking in, and they just carve a path by kicking stuff a little.
I feel like immediately Rald leaps off of Brandon's shoulder, grabs a vial, and like climbs to the top of a poster, and is just like up there. Oh,
This is my shiny.
yes, starting his horde.
Oh my gosh, start him young. It's perfect.
So make yourselves at home. Whenever you're ready, we can start. Well, okay. Virina, we have to talk about some. Oh no, we should have said this on the boat.
We need a code word for
What
what
the-
we're doing.
Yeah, and the thing that was done.
Marina's just like walking in and she'll just throw her stuff onto one of the beds, the furthest one from the mess. I mean, just pick something.
Lime,
Great.
banana,
Yeah,
Sure.
So what
fur.
was the banana the before? The wait. Was the banana the
was
situation
the
we
banana
left?
the before?
The situation that we left, and the lime is the situation we're going into? Did I make that more complicated?
Sure.
Your guys' code word is up to you. My hands are off of this one.
I have nothing to do with this.
How conspicuous should this word be, or inconspicuous?
What
we
are
need
we
to
even
be able to slip it
accomplishing?
into convert. Yeah,
We just can't say the thing. Not to like make you feel nervous, but like we're almost always being watched and like heard, and
Yeah, even before Fern mentions that, Virina is trying to like scan. Like magical surveillance is not her thing, but she's used to the concept of there's always somebody watching. So I think she's even just looking to see if there's like anything strange in like especially the clean part of the room, or if there's like any means of even just like mundane tracking. She's pretty.
Brandon
convinced
is
that's not
Obviously looking at hearing that. Like, watch now? Like, what?
like is she I don't Virina's not expecting any mundane like because we're in a magic school, like they're gonna use magic, but you never know.
Go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a perception check.
My perception is so bad.
I got an 18.
6.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happens when you play a low wisdom character.
You both glean the same thing from this.
Mm.
This room is obviously magical. There are runes carved into some of the stones. Neither of you have ever seen these or know what they do.
Fun.
Jen's just gonna go walk up and poke one.
It sparks a little bit. It's magical, and you are inherently magical to some extent.
Tingles.
Sparks joy.
So I didn't have an end of the sentence.
Oh, yeah, get comfy. And like I said, we need to. I want to show you the everything. Just so you get an idea of where to go when we have to go a place.
So, like, I have a really important question.
Yeah.
There was like the big storm when we came in. Is it like always raining here?
Is it always raining here?
Yes, the storm above and below Caldera Brass is conjured and permanent.
Yeah, always. It's really soothing once you get used to it.
I mean, like, I like the rain a lot, but like, I also like the sun.
Yeah, no, the sun is great. But the rain deters unfriendlies.
Okay.
Mm.
I love it here.
But then, how does Fern? You contain multitudes.
Just like processing that at the speed of molasses and being like,
You
Hmm.
contain.
Thank you.
That's
Are
the
we-
only response I could think of.
Are we ready for a tour?
Sure.
Yes, tour time.
How do we know
Yes.
when we're being watched?
Oh, probably always.
Hey, Fern, you don't.
Yeah, just you just assume at all the time. You don't really have an idea. I just yeah.
A term comes to mind, Fern. A vocabulary word you learned in one of your early classes. A concept, both philosophically and maybe literally somewhere in Taiyunem. A term, the panopticon.
God. I'm not familiar with that word.
So this is me going into JT knows something mode.
Thank
The
you.
panopticon is a prison concept wherein the prison is circularly shaped and the center of which is a giant tower from which there is, to be assumed, any number of observers looking in all directions.
Oh, dang.
Philosophically, it has become sort of the concept of being unable to know, but being possible to assume that you are at some point or any given point always being watched.
Okay. Oof. Yeah. So you don't really know when you're being watched. It's a feeling you get used to. You're just kind of like, if you tell yourself you're always under surveillance in any capacity at all times, it just helps you, moderate your activity.
There's a long pause as Brandon like looks to Irina, looks to Lemon, looks back at Fern, and you
To be
like
fair,
Yeah. Oh, I've learned so much. It's been amazing.
Well, I think we can unpack this later.
to be fair, I assume in the battlefield I'm meant to always be watched by my commanders.
But this isn't the battlefield. This is a bedroom.
No, this school is a battlefield.
You do hear an explosion from outside.
So, Tor?
Tour
Cool.
time.
Tour.
Come on, Rald. Come on, Rald. Come on.
You might have to find something else that's like it sparkles a little. Here is I don't really know what it was. It's just like a triangle
Come on,
Shiny.
come on, buddy. We gotta work on the com.
on the recall.
Yeah.
You guys leave the room for the tour to see a young human man with a burn scar freshly implanted into his chest. Looks up at
Implanted.
you. Hey, we're good. Don't worry about this. Just a tiny dispute over a grade. No big deal. And he hops up, nods to you, Fern, and jaunts down the hall.
Hi.
Does he need help?
Oh, he'll find help.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. So where to start? Where do we start?
Where would you like to start?
Fern, where do we start?
What did I write down? The Grand Hall.
Huh.
That sounds nice.
You head back to the spiral staircase. Fern, it is coming back to you. You can't. Once you enter the staircase, you cannot leave until you specify that you need to be somewhere. You remember Maphis tapped on the stone, sort of knocked, and told the attendant. You let them know you need to go to the Grand Hall, and they take you to a big. Once you reach the either the top or the bottom, depending on which way you enter the stairs, takes you to a grand mahogany door with silver bearings. Sorry,
I love him.
he just gets so insistent.
Tater is rolled. I get that. Like cats are dragons.
Grand mahogany doors in a space that should not be a floor in this place. As you approach, the doors seem to open perfectly in time with your entrance. This is sort of just a common area. There's a big raised platform in the middle with etchings of the constellations for a teleportation spell.
Mhm.
This is how coursers are allowed to leave the school and how they are typically expected to return.
That information is shared, but with the mention of the teleporter, like Fern tries a subtle wink about like, oh, like it's a great way for coursers to leave, and if that, if ever there was like an emergency and they had to like just go, and they just like wink over dramatically, this will be a great place to meet.
There are students generally milling about here. You see. What are you doing?
Getting into trouble.
You see trouble.
You do see trouble. You see another two students as you enter, just fist fighting. They are wearing the colors of the Battle Mage School, and they do appear to be sparring. But it is a violent and unsafe spar. You see a couple of professors meandering about, including the head of the Maker Mages, Professor Amari Tetch, your head professor.
Yes. So first, Ferd kind of like quickly acknowledges the fist fight. Like, oh, give that like a wide space. Nothing to be worried about. That's just they're studying. Just please, just like don't get caught up in it. It's not worth it. You don't get any
They
grades.
study with their fists.
Yeah, battle mages.
Should I get in there?
Nope, absolutely
Okay.
not. Oh no, there's my professor. And like Fern tries to like sit up and make themselves more student-like, how they assume that they would normally be. Greetings, Professor. It's so good to see you.
Fern, was it?
Yes.
And your friends here, I assume, are new students? Are you enlisting them?
Enlist? No. They got in of their own merit, and I'm just doing a little tour of the area, just so they can be a bit more familiar. Like I didn't get a tour when I was here first, and I got lost somewhere, and
Of course. Do avoid the library for now. There seems to be some sort of beast or other ilk in there at the moment. One of the
Noted.
other young mages performed a spell that they were not yet qualified for. It went awry, of course.
Of
You know how it
course.
is. How's your project going? Your grand discovery?
Oh, it's going so well. I'm just doing a bit of a write up. Summarizing the hypothesis and the conclusion. But
So you have one.
Yes.
Well, do share. No need to keep me waiting.
I was just doing a tour.
No, yes, of course they can complete the tour. But if you have your grand discovery, of course, we should discuss. This is, I mean, monumental for any student here.
Yeah. Yeah. Could we set up like what are your office hours?
My office hours are whenever you find me. You know that.
I do. I've spent a lot of time looking for you. And wow, when I wasn't looking,
You know what?
here you are.
Actually, you're right. Hello. I see you're all wearing Maker Mage outfits, uniforms. I'm the head of the Maker Mage school. You can call me Professor Tetch.
Hi, Prof.
Say hi.
I'm Brandon. This is
Brandon,
my
excellent.
cat, Roald.
Oh, a cat. Is he a student as well?
He's my helper.
A helper. Excellent. Not many students know Find Familiar when they enter here.
I'm like really impressive.
I bet you are.
Introduce yourselves.
Hi.
Hello. My name is Joshua Lemon Tree.
Pleasure to meet you. You know, we had a lemon not 20, 30 years ago pass through here. Another lemon name. I believe actually.
don't all
What's
know each
that
other.
lemon name?
Yeah.
That'd be Lemon Furter, one of our finer designers.
I actually do know Lemon Furter. Yes.
Outstanding! Why?
Well, I have a special interest in the Warforged.
And
So
how did
I
you come to
followed-
meet him?
Fern is sweating. Sweating.
It was by chance in the capital.
Capital. Now that is strange, isn't it? Because I don't believe Lemon Furter's ever left Mountain Home, has he?
No.
This was a while ago.
It must have been. And you must be ancient.
I'm definitely much older than I look. Fearbolgs, I'm sure, as you know, have an extended lifespan.
Well, there's always room for the elderly here at Caldera Brass, so please
Thank you.
take it at your own pace. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Thank you. Well, by Fearbolg years, I'm still fairly young.
I'm dying.
Oh, but of course.
Yes.
And you, young lady?
Virina.
Virina, all the pleasure. I trust you all will be registering for classes soon at the behest of, well, school scheduling, of course.
I'm excited for sports too.
Sports. Batterball tryouts are later today.
Oh.
That's great.
I don't know where the court is. Wait, what do you call a field? The field. I don't
It's
know
a
where the
stadium.
field is. But we'll figure that out. Professor, it has been so good to see you. I will locate you again. I feel very I feel my maternal role to take care of these students, and I look up to you so much, and I just wanna make sure we have more maker mages because we're great, and I think we do cool stuff.
That's not the reason I would get more maker mages, but to each their own. If you appreciate the craft, then that's your prerogative, I suppose.
Also, like Fern's thing, like I gotta peek at it, and it's like so cool that like they're gonna want to make sure that you can give them like their your full attention, because it's just like, whoa.
Oh, I'm sure they're not too worried about my full attention. Everyone knows the final exam's the big part.
Yep. I'm not nervous at all.
Well, I wouldn't want to rush you through any exam that you're not ready for.
Thank you, Professor.
Try to find me soon, though. Because once the
Absolutely.
news ship arrives, that's where we'll send out the graduates as well.
Mm-hmm. That is
Whoa.
so true. When is that
arriving, give or take?
Approximately 4 days.
Right, just as it is scheduled. Woof. I think.
I can't wait.
Yep. So excited.
I appreciate your excitement. The graduation procession is absolutely stellar, assuming the graduates survive the remainder of their time here.
Yep. Yep.
Well, good luck with your tour. Again, avoid the library.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I will see you soon.
He nods and he sort of walks off. You see one of the students that was doing fisticuffs gets blown past him by another student. He gives a very hearty laugh as he continues on his way.
He just goes straight out until out of sight. He doesn't like pause or. Nope. Okay.
Brandon's
Okay.
gonna wait until he's like, dude goes past, he laughs, there's distance, and then. Okay, so he's like really creepy, right?
I may have messed up.
Hard to tell.
I've never described like not creepy. Touch is like Professor Touch is like informed.
Little touchy.
Well, we have our
kinda
time limit.
short.
4 days. So
Probably less.
yeah. I don't know if I should graduate anymore.
We can talk about this. Maybe not in the
Yeah.
grand hall.
Yeah. It's like students are milling about, battling.
Yeah, and like they're always watching.
I'm gonna also lean into Lemon and be like, don't wander off by yourself. Take Brandon with you everywhere.
Agreed,
Brandon
Captain.
is suddenly sticking very close to Lemon.
All right.
Oh, do we have are our weapons visible? Like,
Yeah,
Is-
you guys
is
weren't
my
like
halberd-
stripped of your weapons or anything.
okay.
You see, there are a few other students. Most of them are wearing the colors of the School of Blade Mages. They have their own blades that seem to be rune inscribed and magical in their own right.
Whoa.
Nice. I
Like
want their
mages are very
weapons.
cool.
I would like to speak with them at some point.
Yes,
No.
yes.
No,
Later.
that's fair. That's fair.
For now,
It's probably best that I don't talk to anyone. If I'm being
You can-
honest, I fear I may have messed up
You can like
mentioning
talk to
Lemon
me.
further. I got a little too excited. Well, of course I'm talking to you, Brandon.
Okay, if you stop talking to me, I'd be like sad,
I would be sad as well.
Outside of everyone present, and maybe Quark,
Correct.
I should not. My lips will be sealed.
Yeah, don't reveal information about you and your experiences. Those are for you. But back to the tour. Let's go on to the staircase and okay, if we wanted to find out where the Archdean's office, like, is that an accessible place?
You tap on the brick. You request the Archdean's office. It does take you up to a floor. This floor is much smaller than all the other floors. There is a single window to your right as you enter. This, again, very small platform at the top of the stairs. You can see you're at the top of the Caldera brass tower. This platform is maybe 20 feet long by 10 feet wide, and there's a wall on the opposite side with a single human-sized door. That door has in it inlaid a big, really polished and refined emerald. And then below it, a metal knocker. Seems to be some sort of purple metal.
This is the Archdean's office. It's really cool to look at. I've never really stepped very close to it. And I won't right now because I'm intimidated. But voila, it's awesome.
I've never seen purple metal before.
Cool gemstone knocker. What did you say? It was emerald?
The gem inlaid into the door is an emerald. And Fern, you would also know this as a maker mage. This purple metal is a special mithril alloy.
Whoa.
It is particularly known for its magic absorbent qualities.
Fern will relay that information with their like nerdy enthusiasm. So sorry, you said magic absorbent?
Yep.
So like we can't nobody just comes like a pew pew like a blasting. You just don't do that here.
And Brandon's gonna lean down and get real close to one ear and just go, do you think it like will absorb our disguises if we get too close?
Yes. Most likely.
So like you have to knock then.
Yeah. Not right now, but yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
That's cool.
Can we go down the stairs again? I'm nervous here.
Yeah, you're like more nervous than usual, and you're usually like nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's the impending my future, the impendingness of my future.
Are you like, were you always this nervous when you like went here like normally like before, or is this like new?
I think it's just how I am here. This place really brings it out of you, you know.
That's gotta like be exhausting.
You know, I just study a bunch and then I don't think about how nervous I am.
Okay, let's go down the stairs.
Yeah, where do you go?
Is there anything else y'all want to see? Like,
I want to see the stadium.
yes.
I want a sport ball.
You request the Batterball Stadium, and the stairs oblige. You continue down, and even after putting in the request, the stairs last a lot longer than you expect them to, until you come out in a row of stone bleachers. A lot of stone bleachers. Looking down into not a field, but an open air space with the whirlpool beneath it. There are two floating hoops, one on each side, and there are a lot of runes etched into every part of the side of the stadium. This is the Batterball Arena.
Here we are. Voila.
Where's like the field and like the grass?
There's like no grass here at all. Never mind there. Like what's the grass? No. Just space.
Okay, like it holds up one little wing that's like the size of their hand. Like, so these don't like work like that.
I don't know what Fern would know about Batterball.
Okay, so no roll necessary. Just be honest. How into Batterball do you think Fern would have been?
Not very much.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You'd have to come back for tryouts to see what the deal is. I think the coach who is the head of the battle mage school, General
that's nice.
Eucor Frost, is also the coach of Batterball.
Oh my goodness. So like Fern kind of stammers and like tries to say some version of an explanation based on what they think it could be, but it's pretty nonsensical. And then finally, like she admits, like, so like I've never actually attended a game. I don't really know what they do. I just think it's probably cool. It sounds cool. There's lots of space. Like there's a big audience. Do you want to go to tryouts?
Looks at the whirlpool. I think I'm good. Like, kind of shrugs the Letterman's jacket off.
At the very
This isn't my
least,
life. I don't want this.
at the very least, if you don't try out, Fern, you would at least know that there is going to be one game before your deadline.
And I think Fern will share that information. Do you want to attend a game? I mean, like, has Virena, Lem, have you ever seen a Batterball game?
No, but that seems like a great time to infiltrate.
Ah, dang.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, like, so we went to the hall, and we
Mhm.
went through the stairs, and
Mhm.
we went through to the office, and we went through the stairs, then we went here, and we went through the stairs. Can you go anywhere that isn't the stairs?
You have to use the stairs.
So there's not like you're just like in that tower like all the time for like years. There's
Yep.
like no grass. There's like
Nope.
no. There's like a long pause, and then Brandon just like pulls Fern into a hug.
It's just like, oh,
Like
it's
I'm
it's
like-
okay.
I'm like, so sorry. That's like terrible.
I mean, I could visit the greenhouses. You know, they grow like belladonna in there and mandrake.
Nightshade, snowdrops.
Yeah,
They what?
yeah. I've never like I visited the greenhouse and like I did like a couple of labs there, but I don't spend much time. It doesn't really help me in my current studies.
I want a greenhouse.
All right, back to the stairs.
You guys return to the stairs. You're across the greenhouse. You are brought to another small landing similar to the dean's office with a single glass door. As you open it, you are met with a sunlight as fake as a cardboard cutout.
Oh.
And rows of plants that aren't real. These plants do not, could not, and will not exist in nature.
Here we are.
Like Brandon's tail and his little wings just droop.
Oh. It's
Even
pretty
I'm not
cool.
pleased with this.
Oh, I mean, the simple fact that this can be created with magical means, I think that kind of innovation is so fascinating.
It is fascinating. But in my head, I'm secretly imagining like little lemon sour models being grown in the ground like mandrakes.
Love that.
What is everybody's
Like,
passive
Brandon's just gonna, like,
perception?
Oh, my passive.
We'll get to this in a minute.
11.
17.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Should I also give a perception?
Passive perception.
Oh, passive is 13.
Okay. You were saying, Brandon?
Brandon just like holds up a hand to like see if the light like actually has any warmth even. It's like
I feel like I probably wouldn't.
I don't know how to describe this because it's warm. It just feels fake.
Yeah.
Like on Brandon, especially to you, this
Yeah.
is the. It's like eating processed food, like super uber processed, like the snack foods that you can buy. It is in the least literal
it's
sense.
not
It's
right.
plastic sunlight.
I was gonna say it's like a
Yeah.
lamp versus the actual sun, you know?
It's like
because
it's
the
not even a
landscape is still
lamp.
real. It's like this light.
Yeah.
The magic of this light is imbuing you with the sense of warmth. It is not actually putting off warmth.
I think like you actually see goosebumps rise on Brandon. It's like, I'm sorry. This is like rude. It feels weird.
Do you want to look at some of the plants? It's really fascinating. Just like they are. Actually, I don't really know much about them. What makes them different or unique?
They are artificially created plants. Like they are biologically, they are alive. They are plants. They function exactly as plants, but they are in the same way that mages bastardize natural magic. The mages have bastardized natural ingredients. These are material components for mage spells only. A druid or a sorcerer or even a ranger like Brandon could not find a use for these in any of their spells.
Aww. So like Fern like tries to enthusiastically like pick up a plant and be like, look, it's so great, and it's it does
Like-
not spark joy.
You know, Brandon's like trying, but it's really like, you know, when there's this horrible smell, like, you know, when you go into someone's house who's like a hoarder and they don't know it, they don't know, and they're just so excited to show you things, and you're just like,
You're
I really
holding
hope they
your
don't know.
breath
Like,
and
it's
you're
like,
holding your soul in.
it's like Brandon's like, I asked for this. I gotta be cool. I gotta be cool because I asked for this.
Standing at the back of the group because it is a pretty tight fit, and these are like rows and rows of plants.
Probably lemon.
Okay. You feel a familiar tap on your shoulder.
Yes, hello.
You turn around. It is the fantastic Mr. Corollary
I was
Cartwright,
wondering where he was.
who
Yeah.
has
Me,
brought
Gina.
with him a pair of shears. If you wouldn't mind, I do need to get through to the ghost bells, so that I may continue to make the oils that I peddle outside of Taiyinem for when we go back.
Be my guest.
Could I use some? Lemon, ask to use those shears. Could you grab me
Oh.
some nightshade and snowdrops?
Does it need to be shears? It just pulls out a dagger.
That also works.
Okay.
Is this like okay? Are you like gonna get
If
trouble
you're
for?
going to use that, I would recommend you put on some sort of filtration device for your breathing. Nightshade is not friendly when it is cut normally.
Oh,
I can do it.
Here, Lemon.
you should step out.
These two didn't
Joshua.
breathe. You don't have to. I guess you do have to pretend. My bad.
Oh,
You guys can see the eyes, right?
no.
See
Make
the
it sure.
eye? What eyes?
Oh.
What? Where? What?
Would you like
Haven't
to?
seen them?
Yes.
Do I want to?
Irina,
Same price as before.
We'll take it. We need this. I'm sorry. I'm making the executive decision for myself. Sorry, Captain.
He holds out his hand to you, Lemon.
I'm gonna take a quick peek down the stairs, but I'm watching the door. That's just general.
You shake his hand. There is a magical light. A small ethereal ribbon wraps itself around your hands, ties, and then dissipates.
Ooh.
And you could describe how your disguise's eyes change, but your vision does shift And you do see that some of the runes etched into the walls and on the stones have little eyes on them now. Little glowing ethereal eyes.
Okay.
Some of them are closed. Some of them are open.
All right. This will be very useful. Thank you.
No, thank you. I will collect that favor in due course. Corollary steps past you, grabs
And
the
magic
ghost
you
bells
will.
that they came in after, and then does you all the favor of collecting the nightshade with the shears, and just kind of grabs a handful of snowdrops and yanks them out of the ground and just sort of tosses them to you.
Thank you.
Word of advice for the nature caster among you: I would not get caught complaining about how unnatural everything feels here.
Yeah, but I will. Yeah, now that I know, I'll like. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Could I
Lemon gives
interest
a
you?
comforting squeeze on on Brandon's shoulder.
This gives a grateful little look.
Could I interest you in some real plant life in exchange for a favor from you as well?
What kind of real plant life?
Well, actually, I've got a few things I could offer you. I've got bottled sunlight, if that is of interest to you. It is limited
Ooh.
use, but it will allow you to feel the sun for some time.
Who is this person?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I mean, I feel like that would have been useful back in the capital.
Bottled sunlight?
Yeah, there were these underground.
Oh,
things.
I didn't really know you guys then. You had not done me any favors necessarily, but this is a grand business relationship now. You get access to more of my esoteric wares.
Apparently, World likes you, so. I mean, we're not going to be here that long. I'm sure I'm okay.
Well, you know how to find me. He pushes past you again, taps on the stone, whispers to the stairs, and then heads down.
That guy like really
Never-
likes to make deals.
Yeah, I'm never quite sure if it's acceptable to talk to them.
Yeah, but careful. You know.
Are they secretly a devil? Are they a Rakshasa?
To be determined.
Brandon
Well-
just starts looking over the beds of plants and looking very thoughtful suddenly.
These plants are fascinating. Lemon says a little too loud.
You see one of the... You see the eye that was sort of keeping an eye on things closes.
Well, what do we
It's a
say?
little
Go back to the
dread
dorms.
ass.
Oh, pardon.
No, I'm just muttering to myself.
What do we
What-
say? We go back to the dorms and end out the night.
What do you think would
Okay.
happen if I planted a seed here?
It won't grow.
I don't think it would be very happy.
It almost seems cruel to the seed.
Yeah.
We have a
might be
schedule to
nice
figure
if
out. You can perhaps. No, I advise we stay out of trouble, at least for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll try to plant one before we leave. Just let something real be here. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Let's
you
go.
guys make your way back to the dorms. And I do think that that is a good time to end tonight's session of the Weirdwilds War. Welcome to Caldera Brass. This is a part that I have been looking forward to for some time. I love this stupid school. and all of its little intricacies. I'm very excited for you guys to get to explore it and come up with your plan to infiltrate the dean's office. To end out the night, I will give my players a chance to go around, reintroduce themselves, and plug anything they would like to plug. And then I will do the administrative stuff with the schedule and all that. We are starting, of course, as always, with Kay.
Hey, all. I am Kay Purcell. I have been Brandon, the T-Fork Drake Warden Ranger. That's Gilmore, playing the role of Rald Rakan. You can find me every Tuesday over at Chaotic Wholesome for the Table Talk Show, where we do all things tabletop from indies to intersectionality. Starting this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be over at Meadowlark Productions playing Bella, who is a lovely little scoundrel over in the Sterling Garden, which is a 9-part Star Wars saga. And I am so excited to play that. And otherwise, you can see me popping up here and there at Chaotic Wholesome, doing streams and good stuff. And I know we have, hold on, sorry, I have this open and did not have, who is it this week? We have an awesome guest coming up this weekend. I can't remember who it is, but we're going to have an awesome guest this weekend. We just had Jeremy from Three Black Halflings on, and yeah, I am sputtering tonight. Sorry, y'all, not on my A game. I've been Kay. Y'all are great. Thanks for hanging out. I'm done now.
Thank you so much, Kay. That is going to bring us over to Mika.
Hello, I am Mika, and I have been Lemon Sour. You can catch me starting on Monday on podcasts on RP Jester's Hench, where we play henchmen of a villain using the icon system. You can also catch me on the 5th over on Help Action Needed playing Tell Them How It Ended with Sean, it's a rah-rah storytime game. My dear friend Rara. Speaking of rah-rah, you can also catch me on The Heart is a Dungeon as a guest on Season 1 and as main cast in Season 2, Once Happily Upon Ever, where I play Lala Lemon, who has the same voice as Lemon Sour. So it's one of like 3 voices I can do. And then the next day, on March 6th, you can catch me once again in Help Action Needed, playing Under the Autumn Strangely. And then finally, March 12th, you can catch me on Roll D5, where I am a producer, showrunner, playing Glam Slut Butch, a very queer-core punk game, all about being fabulous. There are some pictures you can find of me dressed up the last time we played it. It's the end.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Thank you so much, Mika. I don't think any of us are the only one tonight. That is going to bring us down and around to Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina. I played Virina Spar, who is not sure what to make of any of this, honestly. You can find me on Blue Sky at Gina Than. Just Gina Than, there's no anything else. I'm not anywhere else right now. You can only find me here. You can find a past version of me. We just finished our Dragon Age campaign over on Folk and Myth. So we had the finale last week. This week or last week, I can't. It's been a long week, folks. I'm sure we've all experienced this globally. It's been a long week. Anyway, that is the last past thing that I have done. Otherwise, you can just find me here, and if anything else happens, it will be noted on Blue Sky, because sometimes I do things like write articles once in a while that I am overdue on. That's it.
Thank you so much,
I do have
Gina.
one more thing.
Please.
I am GMing in a charity stream on Just the Humans channel a game of Grimoire Punk. The end. Done.
Amazing. Hello, I've been B Zelda playing Fern. Yeah, find me on Blue Sky, B Zelda. I think recently I was posting about the economic blackout. So if you are in any capacity able to stop supporting Amazon, Nestle, those oligarch-esque companies, if you're in a space to, slow down your use of any meta products, it makes a difference. We have to eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Thank you so much, B and Gina. And of course, I am JT. I am Entropy. This is my Emporium, technically. We have a lot of wonderful shows going on that basically run themselves, including tomorrow, Saturday at noon, we have the finale of our Invisible Sun campaign, long awaited, Blooming in the Rot, which is run by Kian. I am in that. I play the nicest man on earth, Stellan Faust, who has no ulterior motives ever. Then, next Monday, we have the finale of Fall of the Ashen Throne, our other 5e homebrew campaign that's been more political intrigue heavy. Followed by, on Tuesday, They Call Us Villains, our Horror Masks actual play, run by JD, over from LFTA. We have a lot of good friends over there. Every other Thursday, you can catch God Complex, a Girl by Moonlight, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Pacific Rim style game where we pilot dead gods and fight kaijus. And then, of course, every other Friday is here, Weirdwilds War, every other Friday. Come check us out. You saw us tonight. You love us. We're so cool. And then Saturdays for, I think, the foreseeable future is, in the evenings, is Godkiller Desecration. Kian and JD are playing Godkiller. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. The only other administrative thing I have is we are at the moment officially all caught up on uploading content to YouTube, and just about everything should be playlisted and ordered at this point, so you can go back and watch any of our previous campaigns front to back, except for, unfortunately, Fall of the Ashen Throne, because somebody, that somebody being me, missed uploading the first episode, so it is currently a headless series. My apologies for that one. But everything else should be, for the most part, whole. If there's any errors, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, have a good and relaxing evening. It looks like our friends over at Fuzka are streaming, so we're going to go ahead and toss a raid over to them. Please stick around, show them some love, and we will see you all in a couple weeks. Bye.
Thanks, y'all.